Why, hello there. And how are you? Are we all well? Ah, screams. Background music, that would be nice. I forgot about that. Hello! Hello, hello. Good morning. You don't like that voice? Okay. I won't do it then.
No.
No. Yee, hi. 5 years, still don't no idea how to start a stream. How are we all doing? We well? Let's put on some Louis Zong, because I like Louis Zong stuff. It's good. How are we all doing? Are we having a good day? L comes after K. I always think K comes after L for some reason. That part of the alphabet, I have no like internal spatial awareness of. Everything between G and M, no idea. They're just all in there somewhere. John's intro went far better than the intro to my first stream. I don't think I said anything in the first stream. I think I was just really scared. Oh well, have cake! Cake! My word. That's about right, yeah. It's just very nervous. Give Chip cake. Share the cake. What do us have music for background? Let's just put the whole shebang on. Some chiptune. Try to eat a floret of cauliflower with a spoon. Because you've committed. You can do it. I believe in you. Do this strange Takeshi's Castle challenge. Tried that Too Good To Go app and scored dinner and slices of cake. Too Good To Go. Oh, I'm guessing by the sounds of it, it's like we have food that's going to go off and we're not going to use it, so to give it to others or something? Something like that? I'm guessing. I was going to say something, that's gone. Again, really good. There's a lot of skills learned over the course of the last... while I was writing the scroll for this stream, I was like, how many hours have I streamed, roughly? And it is 10 hours a week, like 52 weeks in a year, 5 years. So that is about 2,500 hours. It's a lot of time. And like that's balancing some streams that are like 2 hours and other streams that have been 4. And that entire series of XCOM that lasted bloody ages. That was 3 hours a stream. You can get cheap food. Got a bag from Costa. Nice. So many hours. Such little achieved. Actually, hang on. I did actually make a playlist of Louis Zong songs that don't have lyrics. So they're good for backgrounds. Everyone get Louis Zong's music. It's on Bandcamp. Nice stuff. Right. Ever feels so much like we played Alone in the Dark 3. What an achievement. I have limescale in the bottom of my drink. Lovely. Read all the facts and look what I've achieved. Baby dinosaurs can... with a... hence their illegality. We've achieved so much. And there's been poison. Ah, so you've achieved friends. I have. That is true. Prior to this, I did not have friends. That sounds like a joke. Yeah, I don't remember saying that either. That's the Stoodle. Right. Yes. So, okay. I thought it was today was my 5-year anniversary. It's not. It was Friday last week, but it was close enough. So what I was going to do is I was going to take these, which was the things that I drew on the first and second streams, which was redraws of the very first drawings I made of a couple of my characters, Malachi and M. Hi, Kiro! How you doing? So yeah, conveniently I dated them when I did them, which is quite nice. So I got a 2012 originals, 2018 redraws for the first streams, and now we're going to do some 2023 versions. Hopefully they're better. We'll see. Yeah. This was 2012 was probably the year after I started actually drawing anything, because I never used to draw when I was younger. That was my brother's thing. I did music. M says got more poofy. That is true. That is true. How is it? How is Akira? Is Akira good? Well known for being awful at maths. True, that is true. You put statistics in front of me, I'm likely to spontaneously combust. So yeah, I'll probably draw them together this time, because why not? They're friends. Let's get some... How do I do? Oh god. I cut off your feet, Mal. I planned this well. This is not good for reference. Anyway. Them's besties. They're besties of friendses. Yeah, I have no idea how far I'm going to get into this before we finish the stream, but we'll work it out. So other than having cake, are we all having a good time? And I'm assuming now everyone has cake. There's Shadow around. And there's a loose. Best is made out of spaghetti. M is made out of spaghetti. Malika's made out of meatballs, I guess. Kira's very tired, but doing okay. Sorry for missing yesterday's stream. We went to nap only a little bit, but it was hours instead. If body needs sleep, body gets sleep. You had RPGs and did not fall out of a window. Nice. First time for everything. Oh, I've got to draw something now. Just get a very rough sort of idea. And we'll be facing the other way this time for composition reasons. Hi, Lewis. You don't have cake. Oh. Someone make Miss Cake. And Kira. They'd roll a nat 20 followed by a nat 1. Nats. Nat nights. Nat nice? Nice? Nat nice. That's nice. Not quite the correct height difference. Mal's quite short, M's very tall. Can I eat it? Yes. What if frozen cake? What if like a Black Forest gatto? Really should be sort of... No, I guess he's sort of... That foot's going all the way forwards. Anyway, if you aren't familiar with these characters, these are two of the outliers, two of the four. Probably the two most visually interesting. And you will hopefully see more of them as I start doing more things with them this year. I haven't yet. Half a month in, still haven't, but soon. Short King, long huggable fire. You say huggable as if M isn't likely to hug you first. Am I going with that? It's a slightly different pose, but who cares? I guess it's actually slightly more accurate to the original. But the titular Lord Strahd for the first time, and boy howdy, we're not ready for it. Nice, that's what you need early on in the story. Boom. And then it'll show you how far you've grown when you lose later. How am I going to do this? I don't know. That's not bad. Lines of action. Oh, sort of going backwards. That makes more sense. Yes, the outliers are the characters who are in my head. You know what I mean? I think everyone has characters that are like, they're there now. They tell me what to do, not the other way around. He finger-gunned Kira as an afterthought because he got bored with the battle and left. And he just made it, made the very high save, and it did over half your health and damage. Lovely times! Happy thangs! So I probably want the head to be going the other way. Funky music. Enchiladas! Haven't really drawn anything like this today, so I've been doing more cartoony things, so... Gotta remember how to draw? I was definitely quicker back then. That's the thing, isn't it? There's a trade-off between quality and time. I feel like you're going mad sometimes when you try and draw characters doing or wearing things they wouldn't normally fully rebel. Yeah, nope, not happening. It's tough. It's brain characters, they do that. Like, if you can summon up a kind of plausible scenario in which that could happen, you know, then you just start writing a story. Question for M. What color are M's eyes? Nobody knows. Said you could ask questions. I didn't say you got answers. They're rainbows. You can have your own headcanon. Again, this is one of those things that with any other character I'd be like, this is the blue, the green, whatever. But with M, again, so solidly as she a character in my head, I'm like, she wouldn't want me to tell you that. She's very, very pernickety about, you know, what people are allowed to know about her. M actually has many eyes underneath. This huggable biblical angel. Draw your headcanons. Literally, I guess. This is a good pose. I kind of want it to be sort of more... Well, I think I've improved a lot. There we go. End of stream. No. Pokemon battle time! Yeah. This was Surf. What was this called? That's levels. Where are we? Surfin' GBA was the name of this album. A bunch of Pokemon songs in the surfer rock style. What's Mel doing? Yeah, he's gonna tilt his head. Chiptune. Probably brown. Dark slate grey. I like how you're like, oh no, I need to know M's eye colour, and nobody's asked about Stoics. Terrible. To be fair, one of the questions I did receive for the Outliers is, does Stoic have a face? Which is not something you get for many characters, I feel. Also, wow, Mal, your neck's very long. Having necks fit heads and bodies is tricky. Did I am under pressure because I've got like a comparison? And also whatever the hell's going on with Malachi's hair is something I've got to wrangle with. Oh, I've got to do this bloody hand pose. I always put hands on hips, and it's a terrible idea. Never draw hands on hips. Never draw hands. Having a big issue with proportions right now, yeah. I'll say it makes no sense to your brain. Mine neither. Neither? Neither? There's a Christy! Hi, Christy! What did you miss? I'm redrawing. This is roughly, give or take a week, the 5th stream anniversary, and on the very first stream, I redrew the very first picture I drew of Malachi. And now I'm redrawing that. And also the one I did on the second stream, which was of M. Because they're friends. Anything you need to know about Mel's hair is sideburns and big hair flip. Yeah. The sideburns have gotten shorter. Well, actually, they were quite short originally, then they became full-on mutton chops, and they're a bit shorter now, so... Also, that face should be pointing up a little more. Anyway, we're just still in the sketchy phase here. This neck's still not right. How do people do like dynamic poses? How do bodies do that? Is that a thing? Again, these are anatomy questions. A subject of which I know little. Where's the eye line here? It's about there. He is thrusting his hips forward, so it's probably curved slightly. Do I have hip in that one? Hips. That's another thing I don't know how they work. Sort of trying to imagine someone tripping in a dark forest looking up with a flash of lightning and through strands of black hair and above the unnerving smile. What if no eyes? Mushrooms are growing out of the sockets. Ooh. Fun. Extreme. That's what colours Lucy's eyes are. Yeah, I'm fine with it. Kiro's only ever encourages the best ideas and has never been the devil on anyone's shoulder. Never. Whatsoever. I draw the belly button to center, but I don't like the idea of drawing my characters naked. That's just me. Feels weird. Gotta get the body right, but it feels weird. It's a very extreme pose there, Mal. He's gonna fall backwards. He'd do it though. Looks like a shrug. Well, I don't know. I draw that too many times. It's a power pose. It's gonna fall into M. They're both gonna fall over. It's one of the only times that Mal has fallen into M and they've fallen over. It's always the other way around. Except when Mal's wearing heels. Is he wearing heels? He is wearing heels. Okay, it's gonna fall over. Also, because M's very tall, I always end up drawing her just really big, which is not the same. Also, it probably should go without saying that I don't know what I'm doing, so don't copy anything I do. Do any of us ever know what they're doing? Some people do. Look at dynamic pose references. I need to use references more. I never use references, and I really should. Again, don't do what I do. Be better than me. Sketch already shows on my post work as a significant upgrade. Have some pride. Yeah, the one way to make it happen, ask Mal to pose for a picture. In heels, specifically. Yeah, it does not have a good sense of balance. Auto mod, the word numpty is fine.
Have some pride, you numpty.
I have now allowed the word numpty. You were a popular bumper sticker in Australia. Were you? No, good for you. I'm assuming that was it was. Oh, don't follow me, I'm lost too. I see, cool. I just like the idea that Bear was actually just like, people just really liked having a sticker of Bear on the back. Yeah, just Bear's face. Inexplicably. By which I mean the circumstances with which the sticker was there. I'm not saying the Bear's face is inexplicable. I mean, it might be. I don't think I've ever seen it. So. Be proud of your inexplicability. But everyone else tries to be normal. Try and be inexplicable. Proportions. First I make the head too small, then I make it too big, then I make it too small, then I make it too tall? Too wider. Get you sort of like bringing our shoulders up. Going, yeet. Yes, big old. Anyone got any good references for dresses? Oops. Mal is redacted. M is redacted. Also because Mal's in front, he should actually be a bit bigger. And M's kind of hunching over. Well, Mal's hunching backwards. So way of life is a turn of phrase says I'm okay with being wrong, but I refuse to be responsible for you just because you thought I looked confident. Confidence is no bearer of correctness. Talking myself in circles. I guess that's my style. Okay, let's try doing this in some vague sense of properness. He says, continuing to draw. This is the other problem with having like a character like Mal. It's like, I've said this on many an occasion, Mal has a more exotic clothing style than I do, so I have no idea what kind of dress you want. Something like that, but interesting. Again, that's the extent of my understanding of dresses. Difficult screen keyboard plus dyslexia plus being stupid equals you typing a sentence. Look, you could have stopped at screen keyboard. I understand. Me trying to spell absolutely anything in Dutch on Duolingo on my iPad is just a no. Ooh, neat. You already got some cool stuff. Look at that. I'm trying to get into details and I shouldn't. No, leave it alone, leave it alone. Get to the sketch when you have a smaller brush. Right. That's good enough for a starting point. Friends, that is the rough sketch. Now time for the rough sketch. Again, that whole thing about speed. That's good so far. Thank you. It's very nice. I want to do it in the style that I did recently. Hang on. Hang on. I'll just get the Tumblr posters. They're all there. Yeah, I recently did some redraws of some characters. Tumblr. So I'm trying to do it in a similar sort of style. These are characters from a thing I made ages ago. By made, I mean scripted. And drew 1.5 pages of. But anyway, so I'll go around and do it something like that. That's the goal. Wait, no, let's do it this way. Oops. Uzak. Oh, thank you. I like them too. I recently reread the scripts and was like, oh, I'm glad I didn't make that. The idea's there, but the writing's bad. Smiles are still one of the hardest things to draw for me. Looking a bit like Anthony Ainley, yeah? It's not quite the vibe. Too defined a chin, methinks. This is where it gets hard. Action music. Looks really weird. Doesn't like the mouth. Go away. Smiles, Snarls, and Mania are a line. Yeah, it's a thing. Feel that. The ideas are there, the writing, yeah. I love the idea, the premise of White Coats, which was the thing I was working on. I'd just come off trying to work on a fantasy idea that wasn't working, so I was like, okay, let's try something else, let's do sci-fi. And so the basic premise was, hey, you know in sci-fi stories where you have like this secret underground lab run by a shady organization, and they do weird experiments and all that sort of stuff, and there's like an AI that runs the whole thing, and then one day the AI goes mad and kills everyone. You know that thing? The White Coats is set 2 weeks after that, when the AI realizes that nothing's getting done, so they have to rehire. That's the setup for White Coats. Is the AI trying to rehire? and the people who unwittingly get the job. And I like that as an idea. Because that means you have a setup and with lots of weird experiments. Nobody knows what's going on, because they're all new. This is a story about Elon Musk. I mean, less egocentric characters, let's say. Oh, eyes. Yep. This is some good old-fashioned flippage. Okay. When you just look up dresses, you're now in Pinterest hell saving pictures for your characters. Yeah! Give them the good stuff. Well, you give everybody good stuff. There's more! More dress. That's a cool dress. Nice. Well, there's this dress. There's more Mal's cup of tea. The AI isn't that evil. Oh, you're referring to the AI. No, the AI isn't evil. They just don't understand humans. So yeah, it probably is Elon Musk, actually. Yeah, it's called Jeffrey. And it speaks like this. Very nice. And it's a bit smaller. Got a grid on him, Mal, but it's not that bad. I feel like the eyes are following a line that the rest of the head isn't right now. Don't worry about it. Having trouble trying to make him not look like the meme face. Yeah, I've kind of lost the curvature on this, which is annoying. We'll come back to that. Feel more TD drawing practice. Jeeb recently found a great site full of reference photos of men without shows doing weird poses and fun stuff. I think Jeeb might want that. That's a good. Give Jeeb all the TID reference. I keep getting recommended weird things on Tumblr, and one of them was just a sentence which was propaganda this, propaganda that. Why don't you give me a propaganda at them titties? I was like, this is recommended to me because of Chip. So you're not looking at me anymore. We'll come back to that. Give Jib all the tids. I was trying to draw Mao's ears not pointy, but slightly sharper than typical. And they always end up just looking like somebody stuck two Doritos on the side of the head. Shade and Purple Star. Ah, what a preview thumb. Puppy did one-eyed wink. Good job, Christie's puppy. Okay, now the rest of the body. Still not entirely pleased with the face. It looks not terrible, but trying to get it to look like a Malachi is the thing. Compared to the... I'll sort it out. Probably should have thought about the fact that I'm not really going to say anything in this stream. Oh, there's a plane going overhead. Don't know if you can hear that. Now for the fun bit, working out hands. Hands will forever be a mystery. What a mood he is. Did it do better there? Yeah, kind of. Figuring out hands, yeah. Hands, the final frontier. Look at your characters already being a dress-up game, but you have to draw them yourself. Yeah, I know the feeling. I have on several occasions attempted to do a kind of good image, anatomically correct, roughly, image of my characters so that I could just try outfits for things on them, and it never works. That's not how it helps. Whatever. I was about to say whatever, it'll be covered up. No, no, it won't. It's Mal. The important question for Malendar. Where are we? What does Mal think of pink zebra print? Yeah, Mal's on board with that. Mal's on board with that. It's just the right side of tacky, which is, you know, over the line. It's not always tacky, he does have some taste, but not much. I think I once described like Mal's wardrobe. If you want a good idea as to what Mal's wardrobe's like, it's CMYK. That's a good starting point. Just realised his heels. Actually, he's wearing heels. He should be a bit taller, presumably. How do you draw feet in heels? I don't know. Mal's the only reason I've ever had to do it. Particularly at this angle, you can barely see the heel. Also, probably should get a reference of a heel at some point. Refs are important. Speaking of refs, what the hell's going on with this leg? I'm gonna zoom out and go, what? I want to watch a stand-up show just for artists, containing only artist referential jokes. No. Hello, have visitors, but now you're back. How are things going? I'm drawing heels. So bad. When you say CMYK and your brain mixed it up with Y2K fashion? Y2K fashion? What, like turn of the year 2000? A lot of transparent blue. Winx Club? Yeah, that kind of thing. Sort of Bratz Winx sort of times. Mal approves of pink zebra print. Yes, that is the thing. Only done in a tasteful fashion, you know what I mean? You gotta offset that with like a leather coat or something. Bit of black leather. Again, CMYK. Try and get all of them in there somewhere. How to heal. Yeah, we'll come back to that. He says, continuing to do it. Is the sea always his hair? Not always, but it's there, so. I think that's when I first sort of noticed that trend of CMYK was when his hair, as you can see, his hair has slowly gotten more cyan over time. Started off very deep bluey, purpley sort of colour. Back when I didn't know what values were. Back when I didn't know what colour was. Everything was the most colour, which felt appropriate for Mal, you know? But now I've spent at least an hour studying colour, so I have a bit more of an idea of what's going on. His hair's made less sense over time. Really be going out that way, actually. Mal's hair not making sense. Don't make me laugh. Oh, there. That's right. Anyway, let's draw some M. M does have eyes. And I do tend to draw them for the sake of getting a perspective on the face. Getting the right proportions and positions of everything. Although she has at least 2. Exactly. Big old schnoz. What am I doing? Is around here somewhere. Also now looking at Wingscarf outfits and honestly think Mal could pull them off. Good schnoz. Schnoz is a nice word. Fair to say I've not done that straight relative to the head, but at the same time it is M. If anyone's not going to wear a hat straight. It's M. That's an M in a hat for a long time, but it's the correct weather for it. Yeah, M used to always wear a hat. That was part of the original design. She was just always wearing a... I don't know, what would you call those hats? Without the bobble? I put the bobble on for some reason during the redraw. Thought it looked nice. Mal's next winter outfit. Prefer to see Mal in this. How many outfits are there, Chip? Because if there are at least 12, I can do a Malendar. Beanie? Yeah, okay, yeah, beanie. Beanie sort of thing. Probably more than 12, you'll find them. I did want to do like a kind of nice drawing of the outliers, sort of one a month last year, actually. There's not a this year thing, this was a last year thing. Oh, don't need those. Again, Smile versus Grimace. Versus Perspective. Oops. You will find them. Malendar. Oh, Kira, one thing I did remember that I wanted to mention on the last stream, but you weren't here because you were sleeping, having a good sleep. So I've been setting things up. One thing I'm sort of pondering over is the idea of doing an equivalent sort of challenge that I do in October, but in April, because it's the opposite side of the year. Because I enjoy doing those, and it's nice to have that sort of strong focus of having, you know, draw a thing to be released each day. And one of the ideas I had was sort of, which is why I asked you all in the questionnaire, hey, give me some of your favorite characters. Because I was going to do, basically randomly pick 30 characters and then like shuffle the properties that they're in. So like character A is now in the IP of character B, character B is in the IP of character C, and draw them all in different styles. But partly draw them all in different styles, but as though they were actually in it. So not just like, this character is here. No, just imagine them. They are now in this world. How do they fit? Anyway, so I was rejigging my randomizer to allow for being able to do stuff like that. And I thought I would test to see if it's working. And the first test I got, I cannot remember his name because my brain is bad. Farscape, Gimp Man. What's his name? He has several, and I can remember none of them. Harvey? I've got the name Harvey in my head. Harvey. It is Harvey, yes. There we go. Yes, so yeah, the very first one I got was Harvey, as though he were a character in Shaun the Sheep. And I just wanted to tell you that, because that's... Unfortunately, it was only a test, but... I feel like it should be known that that concept could very well be a thing. Scorpius is the real character, Carvel's the new role play. Got it. Cool. Fantastic. For reference, everybody, this is the character who was going to be in the style of Shaun the Sheep. There you go. Farscape's weird. Everyone watch Farscape. He's an interesting character. Might be imaginary. Better have time to give him command into the Google bar. No, I didn't. Oh, hey, King Vader. Alright, here's M with nose. That's a big ol' warm jumper. I'm trying to imagine the pose that I'm trying to do. By imagine, I mean do. Unfortunately, I do not have a full-length mirror, which is probably something I should invest in as an artist, actually. Good thing you didn't roll our flag means death. You have to fit into that world too. Those characters are in there. You and Kiro definitely had that in common. I attempt to have this hair make some semblance of sense, which is it feels antithetical to M, but M's not here for sense. The possible exception of the sensory experience of hugging. Look at that hair. I learned it from you, Dad. Got more Twinks outfits for Mal. Mal looks like he could have with a hug, just saying. But Mal gets more hugs than he knows what to do with. That's what happens when you're friends with him. It's all tummed out. Yeah, you could pull it off. Honestly, like, looking at that outfit, the one thing that's making me go, yeah, Mal wouldn't wear that is, like, the accessories. Everything else is fine. That's too many bracelets for Mal. It's too much faff. The rest of it, yeah, sure. Yeah, no, you can take the accessories off. I was just like, you know, Mal would grumble at this. Saying, oh, for God's sake. Listen to this album far too much. Mal Wings calendar when? Over the course of this year? Is that another thing I'm putting on the list? Making sense. Yeah. That doesn't really, but I also basically just presented you with a massive Tangler's worth of squiggles and said, does this make sense? Without any context. I know what I'm looking at. If you don't, you will in a new form. Fair enough. But then the questionnaire again, so you can officially tell me to make a Malwinks calendar. Fair enough, that's not in the right place, is it? It should be sort of there, which is... Okay, let's move the hand. I was kind of right the first time with the sketch. The thumb out like that. So we're sort of seeing the front of the thumb, which is great for drawing. It's real easy. He says, looking at his hand. Hands. Hands. I'm gonna do a highlight video of this and it's just gonna be me going, hands, for 20 minutes. No, that looks awful.
You did it to yourself.
I did it to myself. 11 years ago. Let's worry about that in a second. If you have a large collection of things and you don't know how to do, then there's some things and it's all confusing and you're like, start with the things you do know how to do, because they might give you context for the thing you don't know how to do. Too big. Again, this is a time when references will probably be... I was about to say handy. I'm not going to say handy. I refuse to say handy. Useful.
Handy.
Down, down. Sorry, Matt, I'm going to move a bit of your hair. Hope you don't mind. Also, random piece of advice that I didn't use today. It's usually relatively good to work out where the body goes, and then when the hand goes, and from that you can work out where the elbow should go. The elbow tends not to lead anything, it just tends to follow and do whatever bending is required for the hand to go where it needs. I learned this from 3D modeling. It's called inverse kinematics. It's much, much more intuitive and natural to use that than it is anything else. So it would make more sense that it's the same to draw. Kinda works. Kinda works. No, you've watched Wallace and Gromit. You know how elbows work. Yes, I did see Eldritch Gromit. Problem is, at the angle that I'm kind of imagining, it really is very difficult to see the thumb. It would be sort of sticking out there, but the fingers would get in the way. What if I'm drawing Gromit's demon elbow knees? Okay, I can do that. Yeah, bear gets it. It's out in the hand. So I feel like it's there you go. Perspectives and scales and all of the things that I hate. That's not true. That's actually the thing that sort of first got me intrigued about art, was perspective. Because, as I say, prior to about 2011, I guess, about a year before that, I didn't really draw anything. But I do remember an art class where they taught us perspective, and I was like, ooh, weird lines that converge. That looks funky. It just looks normal on M. I believe originally M was like vaguely eldritch. You nerd. I was a maths kid. What do you want? What do you want from me? Of course I was drawn to the lines, if you pardon the expression. Yeah, I believe in the original story, which is long gone, they were made for a separate thing, which was going to be a new comic about a band, and I needed a guitarist and a drummer, and they were the only characters that survived from that experiment. What was I saying? But yes, I believe, because like one of the characters was magic, and yeah, I believe in their search for a drummer, the band summoned, like, made corporeal Malachi's shadow, because Malachi could play drums. I was like, well, if we make your shadow a thing, then we have a drummer. Unfortunately, the ritual took too long, so by the time they did it, the sun had basically set, and so M came out just being really, really tall. Can Mouse still play the guitar, and can M still play the drums? Yes. That is a thing. Wrong way around. Now fingers work. Funny think of Ember's mouse shadow. That has long since been retconned. That's not an actual thing anymore. But Em still does have some fun Eldritch stuff going on. I think I've mentioned how like she's friends with the monster under her childhood bed. No wonder Mal could ever get rid of that. This is why you need reference. 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 That's why you need reference, and so you don't go mad. Ah, you've ended up on a Tarantula Islands. That's not good. So much money, but Tarantula. Oh, miss, I should warn you, the first thing that I draw in one of a video I'm working on at the moment is a spider. The rest of the video doesn't have spiders in it, just so I'll let you know. I will give warning. It'll be a silly spider, but it will be a spider. Alright, put it up here somewhere. Oh, I hate that, that looks awful. I mean, they make physical sense. They don't really look like hands, but they make physical sense. Eight hands. Is there anything else to draw? Legs. Let's do legs. I'm trying to eat you. Oh no! Left in the river and it drowned. The penguin just meandering among them. Nice. Among them? Among us? Is that joke dead yet? Not even a joke. They're wearing shoes? No, of course not. Here's another tip, striped socks. Striped socks are good because they're basically contour lines. Help you keep track of 3D shapes. Speaking of 3D, Not yet, though your view is probably a bit skewed because some streamers you follow still do modded Among Us pretty often. And sometimes the new hide and seek mode, which actually looks fun and terrifying. Yeah, we should give it a go at some point. Stripe socks are good. Fortunately, I drew this in the wrong perspective. So I forgot we're doing. I almost always I like drawing things sort of flat because I find flat shots funny. So actually drawing characters with foreshortening and in perspective and all that. Speaking of which, is something I need practice with. There are so many things I need practice with. But that's one of them. See, something like that. Just put a little contour line on there, and I'm like, oh, that's the curvature I need. Put some clothes. Yeah, I've got to work out a dress now. Okay. You're not an anime girl. Oh, so many recommended naked anime girls on Twitch. Honestly, I quite like the first one. First suggested one. That feels quite mal. So I'm gonna go with something like that. Unfortunately, you don't really see the strap thing because of the way round. This is Mal, your eccentric pose. It's affecting the effective displaying of your outfit choice. I'm going to save. Everybody save your work if you're working. And you are working on something that has the capacity to be saved. Wilbur is not paid enough for the amount of times he's dragged your butt back to his plane. People get paid in Animal Crossing? Don't save, live dangerously. Now! Danger, Wilbur Robinson. Probably make this a little thicker. Give the impression of a slightly thicker cloth. I'm not going to get much further than the sketch today, am I? There's something to do tomorrow, innit? Doesn't feel right. I'm gonna get it to feel like it's not loose, but it's not tight. An awkward amount of cloth. It needs to feel thick as well. I'll work it out. What? Who? What? What did I miss? What has question? Who? How? Question for Mal. Can you hug him? No. But he will let you. Only for a certain amount of time, though. It's like a cat. We talked about that, haven't we? Cat, dog, basically. Not intentionally, it just sort of happened. Okay, so this belt is usurped. Same sort of thing, really. Are we gonna go? Maybe we don't. Maybe we keep the belt. Sort of stick it in the middle. Can you put face and tummy just like that? Almost certainly not. Raiders nostalgia fad? Nostalgia? It's not working out. That's the general form. I have to consider the Melder's not got a choice in this. Look, I don't want to have to draw this and end up having to draw Miss as a goblin with a black eye. That's not how this works. You're on the edge of throwing a switch across the room, but urged to get the big money. Been eaten by the big hairies 12 times! Oh no. Big old tarantulas. This is playing Tarantula Simulator? He wouldn't hit you. He wouldn't try to hit you. He would flail wildly and you would get hit. I'm gonna have to draw tartan onto this. 30k each, my word. Flail wildly back here. Two of you come away just as beaten and bruised as each other. No, the folder's bigger than that. Ah, I'll keep messing this up. Should be doing this on a separate layer, really. But, how far can I undo? Pretty far. Hands and skirts. Ever start to draw something, then immediately have to stop because you've suddenly forgotten how high a doorknob is. Is that like waist height? I guess how high is your waist? Haven't you found the actual tarantula island? You terraformed some islands to make tarantulas spawn before. Kira is bringing more tarantulas into the world. Miss. Kira has betrayed you. You have to redraw a time-consuming a sketch when you could just draw clothes on another layer. It's this thing. Layers. If you're an adult man, how high is doorknob? About waist height. I guess, I suppose. Depends how high you put it as well. And I guess there is standardization for these things, but yes. How do belts work? Okay, so let's try this differently. There we go. So the general idea is that the fabric's supposed to sort of be like that, essentially, and then flop down. So these corners are going to be longer than the middle bit. So I guess if I work out where the corners go, that's a good starting point. This is of absolutely zero importance for this thing you're working on, but you're also feeling like you need to get it right. These are the details that don't matter. It's the height of your elbows. Ooh, nice. Game tries to keep a certain number of bugs critters spawned at any given time, and if you get rid of every tree, flower, and rock, the bugs that usually spawn in them won't spawn in the game, which usually means tarantulas will spawn instead. What a nightmare. Let's get rid of all foliage. It's just a barren desert full of tarantulas. What if the details do matter and everyone's going to be looking at the doorknob like a lunatic? We were talking about this the other day with Bear's comic about counting all of the window panes in a door. I forgot I was doing the sketch. So what we can do is something like that. Keep it simple for now. That's cool, that's good. Folds. Folds are generally going to want to congregate together. Who suggested this skirt? This is why you don't do comics. This is why when you do comics, you should realize how much effort needs to be put into things for every given thing. You know, I remember when I was doing After Dusk and I was like spending absolutely ages, much like I was here with the hand, trying to get Malachi's little finger to look right in a panel. And I remember at some point just thinking, is this going to be any funnier if I get the finger right? And the answer was no, so I stopped. How do you guys know that was a struggle of yours? Because Miss shared confidential information. Net broke, but you got 18. You got 18! That's loads. And I'm proud of you. Probably the other way around, isn't it? Not gonna work. And £144,000. Oop, blink. Nothing makes you realize perfectionism is a crippling problem like drawing comics. Yes, exactly. Remember the old adage, the perfect is the enemy of the good. Perfection will stop you making something good, and then moving on and making something else good, but better. Attempt 3. Is this gonna work? Is this gonna work? Just gotta get it to look right. This is a terrible color. But also your brain says that if you don't make the comic good, all of your friends will be disappointed in you and the whole project will flop and the world will burn. Point number 1. Your friends will not be disappointed in you. Well, the stuff you make is great, so shush. Point number 2. Projects flopping outside of whether or not your friends like it is usually just up to the universe. That's not in your control. You can just make it good. And point number 3, the world's not going to burn. You're going to have made a thing and you're going to be proud of it. And if you're not proud of it, your friends will hate you until you are. Man, I'm going with something simpler. Everything was just violent when Mal's on screen. Yeah. I really like this idea, but it's just something about the topology and this pose is not really working. You threaten you with your own threat. Haha! Mirrored threats! Ignore the bad brain juice and make the thing. I mean, having the bad brain juice is valid. A lot of people have the bad brain juice, and it's an absolute bugger. And you're welcome to talk about the bad brain juice, but don't for 1 second think that the things that bad brain juice says are your fault. Lost track of what layer's which now. Which layer's which? What layer's what? Whose layer is why? What? When? What's when? Why? With how? With who? And when? Don't have a good sobbing emote, but just like you posted here. Oh. Y'all good beans. You're good bean. Can't wait for the re-doodling. That'll be on the 10th anniversary. And if we extrapolate, it'll take me the whole 2 hours to just do the rough sketch. So I'm pretty certain I finished this in 2 hours. But then again, obviously it's much simpler. So. Again, it's the trade-off. Is anyone going to think this picture is terrible because the folds on the skirt don't quite match up correctly? We're all a victim of this. Firstly, a bit rough because you started out going, yes, you want to do this project, it'll be fun, I'm going to surprise everyone with it. Then bad brain juices kicked in, it grinded to a halt, now you're hesitating on every panel because it looks bad. That's the mid... This when the initial enthusiasm wears off when your brain's like, only problems now. And then you have to kick your brain. But yes, that is a thing. You are not alone in feeling that. And it's balls! We'd love to see the thing, whatever it is. I like Chippy's surprises. Chippy's is good. Chippy's surprise is good. Someone kick your brain. To make this look like it's sort of going up but not forward, you know what I mean? I guess by this point actually it should just be going straight down. How do emojis work on PC? Using iOS. I press Windows and then full stop, period. And then the thing comes up. Which I only learned fairly recently, but it's very useful. There should be a little emoji button. There's a emotes for BTTV and all that sort of stuff, but yeah, emojis is Windows full stop. Like I say, I only learned of that myself recently, so. Simpler. Keep it simpler. That's it. Windows with the the little 4-panel thing. All it says there's a little smiley face on the right side of the text box, and then another smiley down by the button that says chat. But I don't think you can get just like emoji, I guess, rather than emotes. So if you want to post a picture of a rugby ball. Oh, which apparently is a better TV emote, so that doesn't work at all. Yeah! Kick the brand. I'm gonna do that. That looks fine. Now what you can do? Hang on. Am I showing you the thing? I'm not showing you the thing. Hang on. Oh god, no. That's the one. Oh, I can't really show you because it's not the right size. Can I make it? No, that's the thing I want to show you. Well, no, actually, you can see it. Okay, yes, little tiny tip. Tiny cool tip. If you want to do a thing and you've drawn a body and you want to cover it up, but you're like, don't really want to get rid of it, you can put a mask on. There's a clip the layer mask, like that. And then you can just erase the thing in the layer mask. So there go the legs. Goodbye, legs. You're under a skirt now. Oops, getting rid of the hand as well. But I'm getting rid of the hand. Or am I? There it is again. So you can do that. And then if you think, no, I don't like the skirt, boom, they're back. Layer masks. Dynamic erasing. It's neat. Anyway. I resized this so it's in the way now. Goodbye. You want to get rid of a body? Yes. Find somebody who owns a pig farm. Still didn't do this. Hang on. It's like... Oh, I don't know. Yeah, that looks cool. Regular emotes are in the smiley chat button, very bottom of the screen to the right. Oh yeah, the BTTV one has it. Oh yeah. So if you have Better Twitch TV installed, yeah, the one by the chat button, rather than in the place where you type the chatting. So if you can't see this, then you won't be able to see it. But if you can, yeah, because that one's the Better Twitch TV one, so it's got all of the new it has, for example, jank. The asymmetry is just sort of making it look like Mal's body's weird. Yeah, this works as on a... Okay, that strappy thing, that works on a nice sort of frontal view, but not on this. Alas. Gonna go to bed, and I hope you're here when you're situated, by the way. Eee. I'm probably going to try and go until I've inked it, and then we'll stop. Which involves working out what's going on with this hand! Also, this hand I'm still not entirely pleased with. Let's go to a finer gradation. Which I probably should have done a while ago, to be honest. Probably the first problem. In perspective, that would be a bit shorter. Whereas leaning down, a bit longer. Oh, I'm cutting into the mask now. Well, yeah, we've got some nail varnish going on. That was like a puppet hand. I like to be able to visualize the joints when I'm trying to work out what the hell hands are doing. Yeah. Mal's actually a puppet. Turns out, Mal is secretly a puppet. So is that hand a bit small? Like at least going that way a tad more. Wear a bracelet? Nah. Begone, relic of the past. To extreme. His cursed son has a friend. Jurgen only has friend. Oh, Jurgen. They're just a normal boy looking for a normal life. Annoyingly, the perspective and the fall line up quite nicely there. So. Tangents. I get the idea. Do I have to deal with this hand now? Okay, finer gradation. Well, is that gonna help if I don't have the structure down at all? This is why I tend not to do like in-depth drawings on stream, because it's like mostly me complaining. Who wants to see that? Remember the commission I did of Theo and Mars? Just good tall and small energy. E. I like, it's a good dynamic. Yeah. Gotta love a good tall and small pair.
Chris. We're enjoying ourselves. We wouldn't be here if we weren't.
Ah, yes, but what about all the people who aren't here? What about all those potential mythical people that exist in my head?
And you have to listen to me because I'm Diana from agency.
True, good point. That is the only thing. Masks do tend to go a bit weird. They have a spanner sword. Rearrange your Twitch. Speaking of commission, start commission you, so you can have a lot of paintings to do. Ooh, smile. Did Dark commission you to do a full realistic sized portrait of Jurgen to put up in Mrs. House? Well, that's gonna have to do for a hand for now. Right, let's do some ink. Let's do smink. Sminky pinky. Do burn the house down. And now is the second fun step, where you've got to try and make the sketch make sense with inks. Hooray! Looking alright there. I'm gonna go to hairdresser and just give him a picture of Mal and say, I'd like that, please. See what they do. Nothing makes sense, yeah. So it's fun because you don't get commissions often, aka only from Dark, so it's just empty months and then suddenly Dark will come in and say, hey, you want to paint 7 characters? Yeah. Fun times. You also get to see my shoddy lineup when I'm not trying to do that kind of comic-y style that I do on stream. In the right shape? Oh, really? Just leaning back a bit, isn't it? The face is rather tilted slightly, I can sort that out. Hey. I don't know how it work. Doug knows you're crazy enough to want to do 7 paintings for him, yeah. Also, we're doing the eyebrow through the hair thing. Do we need it? Only after I do that I realise that the eyes are too close together. Quotes. Hurry up! No, that's a smooth one. A chomp. Okay. Would it make sense?
I won't be able to force my way through these doors.
Oh. Will you not? Keep trying, you'll get it eventually. It's such a powerful misquote.
I can't open it. Damn. Looks like I'm stuck. I might as well check this place out. Ah, the doors are tightly sealed. I won't be able to open them. It won't open.
It's part of the aesthetic. Won't open. Probably says something about Mal, to be honest. Won't open up.
There's something blocking the door on the other side. They're sealed shut, and that's the way they're gonna stay.
Well, okay then. Someone's in a mood. It's a quote about Mal.
The street is still overrun with bees, Gromit. They won't let me out the door.
There's one. They're a bit quieter than the other ones, aren't they? Why did you think I was encouraging you?
It's locked.
I also like how you got the one that was only tangentially related to doors.
The window's locked. Locked tight. I can't get inside.
I was worried how long it was going to take. I downloaded a program to extract audio files from Telltale games just so I could try and see if there are any lines.
The lock on the store is broken.
Weapons are crazy. You're back. Hello, Christy. Let's say if Mal came across a locked door, the door would be on its hinges.
Is that
True.
the door to the gardens?
Is that the door to the gardens? I mean, Malachi would also be on the floor at that point. But,
I see no
Again.
reason to open it right now.
balance. There are way more. Like there are, I think, 7 lines from Undying and 5 from Wallace and Gromit that make reference to locked doors, and there are 60 from Call of Cthulhu. So we're always going to get more Jack than anyone else.
Jammed.
Nice. Way to prove my point? Question mark.
It's locked.
It makes a good battering ram, yes. Is Mal canonically unlucky? Not really. He gets himself into situations, definitely. So less unlucky and more just sort of, I don't know, doesn't think things through. Got to buy a jam!
Locked tight. I can't get inside.
You still barely see.
I can't go that way.
There is another one I was going to add. I've got the audio files ready, but I need to draw the parsnips for it. So, and I still need to add. Hey everybody, it's Jim. I've got to add that as well because I'm going to animate that. Pretty sure he's dating a police officer at some point. Or Mal.
It's Jim.
It's Jim. Mel was dating a lawyer.
Is that the Dart of the Gardens?
The Dart of the Garden.
Hurry up!
Nice. We got there. You found it. Oh, that's it. Knock knock, it's Jim, yes. I think my original idea was something like, hey everybody, it's Jim. But then I went with knock knock because that made more sense. Got a friend. That's what we were looking for. To make Miss jump. That's what we were looking for. I should work out how belts like actually work before I start drawing them. I don't really wear belts. Nor dresses, but I think I can get the hang of how they work. He says, having spent bloody 20 minutes trying to work out how a skirt hangs. You never know when Hoover's gonna shout in your ear, exactly.
Ah, the doors are tightly sealed. I won't be able to open them.
Feels too thick.
There's no door handle.
Disgusting question. Why do puppies want to lick armpits? Because puppies are drawn to stronger smells, I guess. They have a very strong sense of smell, so they're like, oh, smell! And I like you, so I will lick your smell. That's my wild hypothesis.
The doorway is sealed by some mystical force.
What? Who? What are we talking about? Don't enjoy the word teats. That's understandable. You're here, Kiro! Can I set up a thing that when the quote is chainsaws, there's a chainsaw sound? I mean, I can. That is something I can do.
I won't be able to open them.
Doesn't make a lot more sense when it's shaded. I'll fix it in post. Classic. Oh, hello, hello. Am I drawing the plaid pattern on the skirt too? I'll try. We'll see. Again, it's all contours, so it shouldn't be too bad.
Love you.
Love you too. Please use a screen tone. The problem is, like, that it's not a straight thing. You know, it always kind of bugs me when people do, like, and it's one of those things that's like, it doesn't matter, but for some reason in my head I'm like, when a pattern doesn't follow the contours of a thing. So when somebody just puts like a flat pattern on a t-shirt that's clearly like wrinkled or wrapping around a body or whatever. If it's just like, you know, there's a bit on the front, whatever. But if it's like a really strong pattern with very clear lines, it bugs me. So something like this, which if you sort of look at it, is essentially just a square piece of cloth that's been picked up in the middle, so the whole thing's sort of dripping down. There ain't no straight lines in this big wibbly wobbly mess. Looking on the asymmetry. I mean, that was what kind of made me go, oh, that's kind of mally. Unfortunately, it doesn't work for this picture. But, you get serotonin when you see close patterns drawn by you. Oops. Just typed a space into chat. Hands. Whoops, that's white for some reason. That happened. Makes me think that's got to be a bit longer. Or that should go there. One or the other. Would have worn the heck out of that dress as a teen mother. Teach you need a black and white striped fingerless glove with chains for no reason, and you're set. Nice. In my head, that's the Third Eye aesthetic, named after a shop that was in our town. It used to sell all that kind of clothing. Hands be weird and fingers be lumpy. Again, this is one of those things where I'm like, this is going to look weird until it's shaded. Then you end up putting in too much detail and it looks too realistic and it looks all strange.
The door is covered in a hostile strain of starfish.
Hostile strain of starfish? Oh, I gotta tune out for the night. Have a lovely sleep. It is getting quite late, actually. Should we I'll finish inking Malachi and then we'll stop. Have a good sleep. Thank you for being here and chatting and spamming locked.
There's no door handle.
There's no door handle. Good night. Have a good one. It's a tangent. That's not a tangent. That's another small technical thing. If multiple things are meeting at the same point, but none of them are actually sort of just glancing over each other, that's not a tangent. It's an intersection point. Tangent is when something like that happens. Ooh. Well, this went somewhere. Oh, it does. Or is it a spam locked? Yeah. What to lock spam? You leave my spam alone. Spam is good. Oh, I haven't even designed the shoes. Completely forgot about that. To ashes. To ashes. How does Malachi have the comfiest looking heels? I'm glad. I know nothing of heels. I'm just like, that's a vague heel shape, right? That's the sort of thing that heels do. Further forwards, I think. Further back, I'd say. Kind of how feet work, right? Gonna get him out of the heelless heels. Massive platforms under the balls of his feet. He can barely walk in stilettos, let alone those. wears them mainly for kicking. And also height. It'll be fine! Face plants into the concrete. I guess I should forward slightly more. Get it? Yeah, that works. I don't know, feet are more of a mystery than hands. I'm at least looking at a hand while I'm doing this. Yeah, also that should... Right, is it? I think that makes more sense. Drawing high heels is, I feel, a really good indicator of how well you can visualize curves in 3D space, which is why it's taken me 7 years to work out how to vaguely draw them. He uses platforms if he wants height. Again, he's not good with height, but he does want it. Why'd you get out of the way, baby? Be further up there, but then we expected the need to be there, so I feel like there, probably. Okay, well, there's we've sketched both of them and we've inked Mal. I will probably finish this off stream. Ah! Scribble until it looks vaguely correct. That's also a valid way of doing it. That's better. Demand to see the good Babs. Yay! Probably finish this tomorrow morning. Or, well, I will continue this tomorrow morning. But yeah, thanks for hanging out and watching me doodle for 3 hours. Apparently, it's been 3 hours. Oh my god. Oh blimey. Sorry, I've just seen pictures of what Miss was talking about. Like what? Yeah, no, Mal will need, like, you know, plastic surgery on his nose if he tries to wear these. Fantastic stream, thank you. Hope you enjoyed. He'll be fine. I mean, to be fair, he would definitely consider these. Finished your jackalopes, nice. Your jacalopes. Good old 2010s. I have no concept of when fashions happened subsequent to the 1980s. If it happened since I've been alive, I can't compartmentalize it. It's just now. As soon as you saw them, you knew Mal would own them. I'm glad I'm getting across the kind of stuff that Mal would like. Because it's one of those things that until I see it, I don't know. Because I don't have any fashion sense. But I will know when I see it. This has been super chill. I'm glad you like super chill streams. I would like to do, like, you know, morning streams or something. Where I just do stuff like this. But, because usually these evening streams are more curated. There's a specific game we're doing, or a specific challenge, or so on and so forth. I feel like just doing stuff like this would be nice. But, yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed. Glad you had a good time. Yes, we will be back on the Saturday with Zamble Times. Assuming Chibi, Dark, and Kira are free. If not, something else, probably Valheim. And then on Sunday, we'll be doing group draws. Good Saturday morning cartoons. You mean inking cartoons? Both work. Yeah, Saturday morning's probably not a terrible idea to do it. Time, day-ish thing. Currently free for whatever. Yeah. Stuff with friends. And then, yes, on Tuesday we'll be Wallace and Gromit, and then on Wednesday we'll be doing some other creative thing while I wait for the draw through to be ready. And by wait, I mean hurriedly get music together. Did I mention that I replaced the bridge on my acoustic guitar so we can now have nice nylon acoustic guitar? And by replace, I mean I got a blank one and had to sand it down for 3 hours till it was the right shape. Bone is really hard, which should be unsurprising. It was antler, technically. But yeah. That's my name. Didn't think you did, but excited to hear the good music. Yeah, I think you've probably watched me write half of them. Get some rest at some point too. I'm actually really, like, enthusiastic that so far this year, I have been quite productive. I can't show you half the things I've been productive about, but I have been quite productive. And I'm kind of, like, energized by that. Obviously, if I'm feeling tired, I will take breaks. I'm not, you know, I've been through this before. I know the consequences of not doing that. But now that made no sense to you. It's just a little bit of either hard plastic or bone. Bone is the traditional thing. And that's the one I got sent, apparently. That you stick at the bottom of the guitar so that the strings just touch it. Sort of lift it up over the neck. So that they can vibrate. Anyway, I had to replace that because mine was completely cracked. But now we have nice guitar sounds. So yeah. Anyway, enough of this. Have a lovely, 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 lovely week. I will see you soon. I'm hoping next week I can have a video out, maybe, hopefully. I'd like to get it done by the end of January. We'll see. But yeah, thank you very much for being here. Hope you enjoy your week. This is very, very nice to be. I need to change these slides. That tarot video was out like 6 months ago. Anyway, goodbye to everybody. Goodbye, everybody. Bye.